Now, you may well have heard a little bit of news regarding domestic politics this weekend.
Barnaby Joyce has declared he won't recontest his New South Wales seat and is now being publicly lobbied to join forces with another controversial politician, Pauline Hanson.
After confirming he won't stand for his seat of New England at the next election. While he's stopped short of quitting the party for now, Mr Joyce says his relationship with the current leadership has broken down.
The former Deputy PM let rip on his party yesterday. He says his differences with the Nationals leadership are irreconcilable.
OK, everyone calm down, all right? Now, yes, we have seen the letter, which was first reported by Andrew Clennell, that was internally circulated to the members of the National Party in the New England seat.
My relationship with the leadership of the Nationals in Canberra has unfortunately, like a sadness in some marriages, irreparably broken down. The instructions that during the federal election I was not to campaign outside New England, as that didn't represent the views of the Nationals, then after the election being moved on for, quote, generational change, unquote, and just the atmospherics in the party room where I'm seated on the far corner of the coalition in the chamber means I'm seen and now turning into a discordant note. That's not who I want to be. I'm free to now consider all options as to what I do next.
So given his stance, particularly when it comes to net zero, the option apparently is at some point to maybe run for One Nation. Now, that would be unlikely to happen in the lower house. After all, he's been re-elected multiple times in the seat of New England. So logically, people are jumping to the idea that he would end up running for the New South Wales Senate seat. A New South Wales Senate seat that just recently had somebody elected who had to pull back because of health reasons, and somebody else has already been put into that seat. So if there was some grand plan happening in the next couple of days, well, that would have been the moment to move and put him into the One Nation Senate seat for the next 6 years. So the reality is that, look, something might happen down the track. There is nothing that is about to happen in the next couple of days. Yet the media is all very excited, including an interesting piece here, which is the suggestion from my mate Phil Curry, that all of this is about succession planning for Pauline Hanson, that one day Barnaby Joyce takes over. Well, my sources are immaculate on this issue, impeccable, I should say. Pretty obvious that the succession planning is, at some point in time, hopefully Lee Hanson will be elected to the Senate from Tasmania. She would then have a few years in the Senate before, yes, maybe she could be the leader. Obviously, talented people like James Ashby, who has helped rebuild and build One Nation to what it is. That's the options. But let's also deal with the reality here that Pauline Hanson has been fighting the fight for One Nation for decades and has, of course, been part of the Senate since 2016. The One Nation vote is higher than it has ever been. Currently in the polls, under the last election, she was able to get 3 people elected to the Senate who were not named Hanson. Malcolm Roberts in Queensland, also senators in New South Wales and in Western Australia. She's up in 3 years' time, and you don't think she wants to be there for what could be the crowning moment of more MPs than ever before, more senators joining her on a crossbench that may well be able to create a big enough handbrake should the Albanese government be re-elected in 3 years? Come on. Pauline Hanson is a powerhouse. She is not planning to hand over the reins of that power anytime soon. I know that obviously she says to all and sundry in and around her that she doesn't want to become Joe Biden, and plenty of people have promised, including me, to tell her if she ever did. But till then, she's the leader, and she will be the leader for a very long time.